Hey, you've already got a script.
Exactly.
Well, I'm not going to keep you. Your secretary or whoever tells me that you're due at a luncheon.
That's true. That's all right. You take your time. You do whatever you need.
Oh, listen to him now. I have a lot of material on you, and I do have the transcript from the press tour.
Oh, good. Okay.
And I've read through some of it. I just have a couple of questions. All right, I previewed the pilot, and I assume that there have been some changes in the cast?
If you don't have Jennifer Aspin in it, then yes.
Okay, so she's been added?
She's been added. She's been added to replace the actress who played Janet in the version you saw. And there are two new characters. One is kind of a replacement for a character, and one is just one that we didn't have in the pilot. So there's three new faces when you get to the real pilot.
Okay, have you found your son yet?
We have.
Have you really?
Yeah, you haven't followed that amazing story? Polly? He actually was found at an open call in New York. He's never done anything professional.
So he's a lazy no-good, right?
Yeah.
He plays it well, anyway.
He's a doll. He's this lovely kid.
Can you give his name or whatever?
Yeah, his name is James Giudice, but it's Guidice.
I take it we won't have any Italian jokes then on that.
No, he sounds like a mafia don.
Okay. The other thing I was going to ask you about was the girl that's in the wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
She stood up, and y'all caught her.
Yeah.
I have a feeling that she's not really crippled. Is that going to come out or what?
Well, even if it was true, I wouldn't tell you, but that is not our intention, no.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Then she's going to stay in the wheelchair?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I thought maybe, you'd catch her at another time doing something.
What we were thinking is that she probably has braces that would enable her if she needed to. I know, for instance, a couple of people with spina bifida who can stand and actually can even kind of walk with braces, but they find them so uncomfortable that they use a wheelchair. And we're thinking that, she can probably brace her legs and stand.
Well, I wasn't on press tour this year. The second time since 1978 that I've missed that press tour. But I had surgery, and I've been going to physical therapy. And I've seen these people with knee replacements and everything, and even those that lose a leg. In no time, they have them walking.
Oh, absolutely.
So I thought, wow, maybe this is...
The idea is that she had spinal damage, but that she can use her legs if she really had to as a kind of a brace, but that's about it.
I thought maybe you would motivate her.
No.
Some way.
That would be beyond motivation. That would be in faith healing at this point.
Well, I watched you last night on Entertainment Tonight.
Yeah, it was a nice little piece.
I heard you were going to be on, and you said that your character was going to be somewhat like George was? Okay. Well, let me see now. I'm one of these pack rats. In fact, I have a picture of you and your bio from 1987 when you were on that show. Something relative. What was that?
Relevant.
Yeah. Oh, you were a youngster then.
I was but a child.
Okay. In this interview, I guess it was in the Hollywood Reporter. George has a lot of good traits. He speaks his mind. He has a tremendous amount of conviction. He's a risk taker, says the actor who plays the character. But Alexander is quick to add. He has no faith in himself and tries to be everything for everyone, and you just can't do that. That's his Achilles heel, and that's where everything falls apart. Now, you in this show have all the faith in yourself that you can possibly have, so that's not like George.
That's not true. The fact of the matter is that where the comedy comes from is the notion that Bob has two very distinct personas. There's his public persona as the man, who's centered and rational and enlightened and has all the answers. And then there is the private man who comes off the stage, the lecture circuit, and goes, I don't know how to, I can't, I can't get myself from A to B. I don't know how anybody is listening to me. Why are they listening to me?
Yeah, but then after the wife decides, you could beg her to stay with you, she's the one that inspires you, right?
She is, some of the calamity that she brings to his life brings out the best in him. Yes.
Okay. So I can clear that up. When I
What I meant by the character is based on George.
Yeah.
Is that we found in our research that no actor has ever gone to a second successful sitcom unless they either did exactly the same character they did before or it was a similar character. So knowing that, we tried to find a character that is certainly Bob, who has the same kind of insecurities and self-doubts that George has, that has the same kind of bluster that George had, that has the ability to hoist himself on his own petard the way George did. They're not the same character, but there are elements that we think were what most people would think of as George's traits were similar traits that we wanted to build into Bob. Even though George did not have a talent, and Bob did. George was not successful, and Bob is. George was much less of a fully formed human being than Bob. But we wanted to make sure that there was a recognizable amount of George in Bob. That's what I was really talking about.
Yeah, because you said George was a whiner.
George was a whiner. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are we going to see any more of your song and dance anywhere? I loved you in that musical. What was it? With Vanessa Williams.
Oh, Bye Bye Birdie?
Bye Bye Birdie.
Oh, thank you very much. I don't know that you'll see it in Bob Patterson.
No, but hey, there's always movies out there or
there
something.
Are.
Do you have a particular project you would like to do?
Oh, tons. You know, if someone said to me, Heart's Desire, what musicals would you like to put on the screen?
Mm-hmm.
The first one I would pick is probably not one you would care for, is Sweeney Todd.
Why not?
But I wouldn't be able to do that on TV.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts me profoundly that ABC is probably going to do a musical remake of Fiddler, but that the authors don't think I'm a suitable candidate.
There's so many roles in that.
Well, there's only one that I'm really...
Yeah, oh, but the star in you comes out. Okay.
But, you know, there's only one company making musicals on TV, and they're few and far between, and then...
Hey, there's always PBS.
Well, that's a project that I'm involved in, and that, in fact, that's the lunch I'm running to, is...
Oh, really?
...is trying to do a thing with PBS where we would create a national repertory company.
Well, don't let me hold you, because we need you.
All right.
And you can't go wrong with PBS.
No, they're a good group.
Now that Hallmark's gone, you know,
Yeah,
God knows where they're going now.
the last best.
Yeah. Well, the best of luck to you on
Thank you
this
very
season. And I am a fan of yours.
Well, thank you.
I won't talk to anybody that I won't write nice things about. So
that's good to know.
Being in Virginia, you know, I'm not from New Jersey or, you know what.
I hear you.
Okay. Thank you so much for taking time to call. And don't get indigested. Take your time and eat slow.
Okay.
Okay.
You take care.
Bye-bye.